Hi guys, so this is just a short yoga video for you to practice in your own time. So just find yourself a cross-legged position, roll the shoulders into the back and just lift yourself up out of the waist. And just place the palms of the hands on top of the legs. So we're just going to observe the breath before we go into any movements. So we're just breathing in through the nose for 1 count and slowly exhaling out of the mouth for 1 count. And we're just flowing through this about 4 times using your own natural breath. So just paying attention to the pace of the breath, breathing in through the nose for 1 count and slowly exhaling the breath out of the mouth for 1 count. We're just going to take ourselves into a couple of shoulder rolls. So as you breathe in, we're going to lift the shoulders up toward the ears, and as you exhale, you're just going to relax them into the back. We'll just flow through this again. So breathing in, lifting the shoulders up, and breathing out of the mouth, dropping the shoulders back down. So we're just trying to get the coordination of the breath while moving through it. So breathing in, lifting the shoulders up toward the ears, and then as you exhale, you're just relaxing them slowly into the back. And we're just going to come to a flat back now, so bring yourself onto all fours, placing the palms of the hands into the floor or onto the mat with the knees at your natural hip level. So you're just starting on a flat back first. And as you soften the belly down toward the floor, the gaze is looking straight out in front of you. You're going to breathe in through the nose. And then as you start slowly curving from the lower back first, letting the bend go throughout the full back, dropping the head, you're breathing out of the mouth. So you're exhaling out of the mouth. And we're just flowing through this. So as you're breathing in, you're softening the belly down toward the floor, looking straight out in front of you. Taking a deep breath in through the nose for 1. And then as you slowly start curving from the lower back, letting the bend go throughout the full back, letting the shoulders roll forward, you're breathing out of the mouth. Now we'll just do 2 more of these so you can get the coordination of the breath. So breathing in, softening the belly down toward the floor, and then start curving from the lower back first, letting the bend go out the full back and breathing out of the mouth. Bringing yourself slowly back to a flat back, take a deep breath in, and we're just going to tuck the toes under and stretch back into a downward dog. So when you're in downward dog, you might have to walk a little bit closer toward you. Make sure you've got full stability with the palms of the hands as well as the feet. And you're just going to relax those shoulders into the back, drop the head so it's neutral, and we're just taking 4 natural breaths in this posture. Now really just paying attention to where you're getting the stretches from first. It should be down the back of the legs, so it might be down the arms, anywhere in the body. Imagine that you're breathing in the stretch, and on the exhale you're trying to breathe out any tension, any lingering tension. We want to imagine that we're trying to breathe that out of the mouth to let go. From here, we're just going to slowly walk the feet toward the hands, bend the knees, and slowly roll yourself up to a standing position. Now I'm just going to come further back so you can see clearly what I'm doing. So I'm just going to stand a little bit wider than hip distance apart with the feet slightly turned out. Now we're going to stretch over to one side, but just make sure that you're starting off with the right leg. So we're going to bend the right knee and just double check that it's going over the little toe in that you can see the big toe. Now with the opposite foot, we're tucking that in about 45 degrees, so it's in alignment with the leading foot. And just make sure that's on a bent knee, and that it's going over the little toe, and the knee isn't rolling in. Now when you've got stability with the legs, we're going to lift the arms up to shoulder height, and just make sure the palms of the hands are facing down toward the floor. Now from here, we're just going to look over the leading arm over the fingertips, so we're looking over the right arm. Rolling the shoulders into the back and still lifting up out of the waist, nice and tall. Just taking the nice deep breath in through the nose for 1 count, and slowly exhale out of the mouth, and we're just going to drop the right arm down towards the same leg and just rest the arm on top of the leg. So the right arm should be resting on top of the right leg. The opposite arm is stretched up toward the ceiling, or it can bend round the back to hold onto a piece of clothing, so it's opening out the chest a tiny bit more. But it doesn't matter whether you've still got the arm still reaching up toward the ceiling, or it's bent round the back to hold onto a piece of clothing. Now you're going to drop the gaze down toward the floor, so we've got no tension building up in the back of the neck, and we're just taking a couple of breaths where we are. So we're breathing in for 1 through the nose, and out for 1 out of the mouth. And you should also feel a nice stretch going on around the hip area. And just imagine that you're breathing that nice feeling in, and on the exhale, you're slowly bringing the top half of the body back up, straighten the leading leg, tuck that foot in, and we're just going to stretch over to the opposite side now. So we're going to turn the opposite foot out 90 degrees, make sure the other foot is slightly tucked in about 45, so it's in alignment, and then we're just going to breathe in and stretch over to the opposite side. So this will be the left now. Make sure you're bending the left knee as well. Make sure it's going over the little toe and that you can see the big toe. The palms, if the hands are facing down, toward the floor as well. And just roll those shoulders into the back. And we're just looking over the left arm now. Taking a couple of breaths, so breathing in for 1 and out for 1. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. So on the last exhale, we're just going to drop the left arm down onto the left leg. The opposite arm is still reaching up toward the ceiling, or it can be bent round the back to hold onto a piece of clothing. You still can have that reaching up toward the ceiling, the arm, or you can just choose a different variation and bend it round the back to hold onto a piece of clothing, whether it's the top or the end top of the trousers. Now you're going to drop the gaze down toward the floor. So you're looking down toward the floor, still rolling the shoulder into the back, dropping the head, breathing in for 1 through the nose and out for 1 out of the mouth for 4 natural breaths. Taking your time just to really observe where you're getting the stretches from, how the body feels in this posture, without any judgments, just using your own observations. On the last exhale, slowly bringing the top half of the body back up, straighten the leading leg, turn the foot in, drop the arms and just step back to a parallel position. And we're just going to take ourselves into a standing forward fold now. So just bring yourself into parallel first. Always check the feet alignment, make sure they're straight, in alignment with each other. We're just going to roll the shoulders into the back, still lifting up out of the waist. We're just going to stretch the arms out in front of us as we breathe in through the nose. And then as we exhale, we're just going to drop the top half of the body forward. Let the hips go back to your natural hip level. Breathing out, dropping the top half of the body all the way down toward the floor. Letting the arms hang. Let the head hang, so the gaze is dropping through the gap in between the legs. And we're just going to take a couple of breaths here. So we're dropping the head, loosening the shoulders, the arms, and just keep the breath flowing. So we're breathing in through the nose. You should start to feel a stretch going on down the lower back there. Imagine you're breathing in this nice stretch, and on the out breath, you just try to imagine that you're releasing any bad energy, any stress. Imagine you're exhaling that out of the mouth to let go. Bending the knees and slowly walking the hands back up the legs to come out of the forward bend. And we're just going to bring ourselves back down onto the mat now, onto the floor. You're just bringing yourself into a cross-leg position, but we're just going to take the soles of the feet together now and just let the legs relax out to the side. And just rock from right to left, left to right, just to find the sits bones. And when you do, just make sure you're still lifting up out of the waist. Rolling the shoulders into the back, and this is a nice hip flexor just to improve your flexibility. So as we breathe in, we're going to lift the legs up toward the ceiling as we breathe in through the nose. Hold the legs for a couple of moments. And then as you exhale, you're going to relax the shoulders into the back, but you're going to drop the legs back down to your natural hip level, breathing out of the mouth. And we're just going to do this a few times, so breathing in, lifting the legs up, and exhale, dropping the legs back down. And you will start to feel something in the hip area, and this is just helping open out the hips a little bit more to improve your flexibility. We're breathing in, just lifting the legs up, deep breath in through the nose, exhale and relax the legs back down. Breathing in, lifting the legs up, and breathing out, relaxing the legs back down. And just bring yourself back into cross-leg position. So we take another deep breath in. We're going to stretch the arms up towards the ceiling as you breathe in through the nose. Palms facing down, exhale, relaxing the arms back down, exhaling the breath out of the mouth. Do that once more, breathing in, stretching the arms up. Exhale and draw them back down toward the floor, breathing out of the mouth. And just bring the palms of the hands together, rub them till you get a warm sensation. When you do, just place them over the eyes. Imagine you're breathing in that warmth through the nose. And as you exhale, just remove the hands away from the face to finish the short practice. Thank you, I hope you enjoyed it.